Shanti. Namaste. Hi, my name is Kim and welcome to class today. Today I have a stretch class for you that is primarily focused on opening up your lower back. So today's sequence is still going to be an all over body yoga practice. However, if you do have a tight lower back or if you even have an injury in your lower back, then today's class is going to be especially beneficial for you. As far as props go today, they aren't necessary. However, I do recommend having a blanket and then even having two blocks if you have them. Have one towards the head of the mat and one towards the back of the mat. If you don't have two blocks, one will suffice. So just have to bring it back and forth. So I just have two blocks just out of ease. This blanket, how you're going to set up to begin class is it is going to cover the mid part of your mat all the way through the back part of your mat. All right, so just the front part of your mat is going to be free. And then once you have those props ready and set up, we are going to go ahead and meet up in an active child's pose. Big toes together, knees wide. And sending those hips back towards the heels and extending your spine long out in front of you. And if you need to, you can go ahead and place your forehead to a block here. If that forehead can make it down to the mat, go ahead and place your forehead on down to your mat. And softening the shoulders down away from your ears, and shoulder blades sliding down your back. Making sure those knees aren't too wide. You still want the insides of your thighs slightly grazing your outer upper ribs, supporting your spine. And finding the spinal support is especially important if you're back injured or if you're pregnant. Maybe you gently ground into your palms as you send the hips back towards the heels. And breathing into the space back behind your heart. Three breaths. And go ahead and pressing yourself up, meeting up in a tabletop. And hands, knees, feet, hip distance. Setting up for a few rounds of cat-cow. Exhales rounding, tucking the chin, tucking your hips, press the floor away. And on your inhale, lift the chest, lift the hips, drop the spine down towards the mat. Just finding a few more cycles of breath here. Exhales rounding. Inhales finding your back bend. Finishing up your last set. Meeting back up in a tabletop. And from here, we're going to set up for deer pose. So we're going to slide the left knee to the inside of the left wrist. From here, go ahead and rock off onto your left hip and keep that back leg bent. And from here, you can bring the forearms on down to a block, or maybe bring the forearms on down to the mat. So we're hinging over your left shin. And finding your parallel breath cycle here. Inhales and exhales are matching in length, in quality, and in depth. An option to stay right here, or option to take it into half pigeon. For half pigeon, we're going to start to square the hips with the front and slide your right leg back. Walking yourself forward as you're ready. Feeling free to bring those forearms or your forehead down to a block here. Maybe you make your way all the way down to the mat. And finding 3 more deep and even rounds of breath here. And walking yourself back up, and then meeting back up in your tabletop. Hands, knees, feet, hip distance. And let's slowly windshield wiper the hips. Moving those hips right and left. Resetting through your left hip here. One more breath. Meeting back up in your tabletop and finding our deer pose on the other side. So we're going to slide the right knee to the inside of the right wrist and then rock off onto your right hip, keeping that back leg bent, and then hinging out and over your right shin. Just finding your variation here. Then option to stay here, or if you did on the other side, we're gonna set up for half pigeon. So go ahead and start to square those hips with the front of the mat as you slide the left leg back, walking yourself forward. And finding 3 more deep and even rounds of breath here. Long, expansive inhales and slow, steady exhales. Beginning to walk yourself back up, meeting back up in your tabletop. Windshield wiper your hips, right, left, right, left. Just resetting. And from here, making your way belly down, legs long back behind you. Position yourself to where those hips are on top of your blanket. And we are going to set up for a Sphinx pose. So if you are actively injured in your lower back, then back bends might not feel good for you today. If that is you, I want you to find crocodile instead, stacking the palms and placing the forehead on top. However, over time, although to start with, these forward folds are going to be really good to release your lower back, you do want to start finding full mobility through your spine. So not only do you want to forward fold, but you also want to back bend, you want to twist, you want to find your side stretches. So all of this is important in order to regain that full mobility again. So if it's available to you, let's find this back bend, elbows below the shoulders, forearms parallel. Let's spread the fingertips wide and really root down through your palms. Now pay attention to your palms. Notice if the insteps of the palms are wanting to lift up, and if they are, see if you can press down into them. Now from here, use the traction of the palms to drag your chest forward, thinking about pulling your spine out of your pelvic bowl, releasing through your lower back. An option to stay right here, or option to deepen this back bend if it's available by straightening through your arms here. Melting the hips down, lifting the chest and gaze. 2 breaths. And release. Plant the hands to the sides of the chest and send the hips back. Passive child's pose. Insides of the legs touch, arms running long by the sides, palms facing up. 2 breaths. And slowly rolling up. And coming to sit on top of your heels. Maybe find an easy cross-legged position. Take a breath here. Meeting up in Paschimottanasana, our forward bend. And come to the bum, legs long out in front of you. If you have some flesh from underneath of you that you want to get out of the way, scoop it left, scoop it right. All right, just slide it on out of the way so that you can root down through your sitting bones. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Maybe you grab your shins. Maybe you grab the balls of your feet. If it's available to you, maybe you grab a block, place it around the balls of your feet, gently pulling from both sides. And pulling your ears out of your shoulders here, shoulder blades sliding down your back. Three breaths. And release. Reclining on down to your back. Legs long out in front of you. And from here, we're going to set up for a reclined twist. So bend that right knee, and from there, send that leg across your body. Maybe you bring your right shin on down to meet a block to find support here. Left hand grabs the outside of the right thigh. Goal push through your right arm. And gazing out past your right shoulder. Three breaths. Gaze comes back through center. Inhale the right leg back up. Both feet to the mat. Even out the hips. Just lift the hips up, set them back down. Neutralizing. Let's find that twist on the other side. Extend the right leg long, bend the left knee, send that left leg over the body, meeting up in your twist. Maybe bring that left shin on top of a block. Right hand grabs the outside of the left thigh. Goal post through your left arm. Gazing up past your left shoulder. Releasing your jaw if it's clenched. And softening into the space in between your brows. Three breaths. Gaze comes back through center. Inhale the left leg back up. Both feet to the mat, even out the hips. Now as you're ready, bend the knees in towards the chest. Extend the left arm long out overhead. Rock to the left side. Find a fetal position. Take a breath. Using your right palm to press yourself up. Meeting up in an easy cross-legged position. And bringing those palms to the knees. Palms can be face up or face down, whatever feels more natural to you here. And softly closing your eyes and turning your attention inwards. I want to thank you for sharing your journey and your practice with me today. Namaste.